one of the things that's so great about you is you have this like divine child energy, right? This is like the magic. And I want to talk about like living a life of magic and connecting with your soul gifts. Because for me, when I think of abundance, honestly, like the topic of the summit, above all, like we can talk about business and money, and that's great and that's connected. But like for me, I feel the most abundant when I'm like living my soul gifts, you know, like just flow in. And like when I'm really connected with my inner child and living from that place, which is like your inner child, like the divine child within, is freaking excited, right, about what you're doing. How do you stay connected with that? Like how is that something that you just embodied for people who are feeling like I want to reconnect with that magic, like I want to be living from that divine child within?
So obviously it'll be different depending where you're at in your life. You know, you could be at different phases in your life and whatnot, but a really great starting point. So first and foremost, even before I get to that starting point, the zero step is you have to be willing to be devoted to your truth. That's just a baseline, you know, and I would imagine that everyone here knows this, or maybe not, but that without that, it's like trying to blossom a seed in no soil or in the wrong soil. Like the soil has to be the soil of your truth, and that has to become a devotion that no matter what, not, you know, whether it's because it's family or whatever, or relationships, the devotion has to be to living your truth, being your truth, expressing your truth, breathing your truth, period. Because that's what's going to give you access to the truth of your gifts, the truth of your opportunities, the truth of your synchronicities, so on and so forth. So that has to be the baseline. That needs to be the soil. Assuming that that's there, assuming that, you know, you're here because you have that devotion already, a great starting point that everyone could do right now is, regardless of where you are, whether you could sense your excitement or not, whether you're feeling shitty or not, amazing or not, is to take a moment right now, drop into your body, and imagine that you have no idea what I'm going to say next. So that all you can do is just listen. Listen with your body, listen with your being, and be curious about what's about to come next, like a kid ready to unwrap a present. Where's this David Lyon guy going with this? And as you let yourself be and be curious, I want you to take a moment to just presence your body, your heart, and drop your consciousness into your heart. There's one of two things that people will do here. They're either going to be aware of their heart from their mind, or they will genuinely drop their consciousness like an elevator into the heart. So I want you to drop into your heart. So don't just be aware of it, but drop into your heart. So you feel whatever discomfort or pleasure is in there. And from that space, asking yourself genuinely, what is your heart needing to experience more of right now? What is it desiring to experience or feel more of right now? Is it safety? Is it fun? Is it freedom? Is it excitement? Whatever that is for you, acknowledge it, type it in the chat. Oh, there you go. I see you guys doing it. Acknowledge it, type it in the chat, and recognize the moment that you acknowledged it, I bet you felt lighter. Right? There was an immediate lightness, because what you're doing in that moment is you're integrating your spirit and your heart. You know, because sometimes your spirit might be, it's like, okay, I have this mission, I have to go this way, but you forget to bring your heart along for the ride. And then that's when you're like, okay, I want to do it, but right? But if you take a moment, this is the divine union, right? If you take a moment and be like, okay, my heart's wanting to feel more freedom. It's wanting to feel more fun. The second you acknowledge it, you will start to feel the thing that you're needing more of immediately. And so now you're connected to a stream and a flow just by asking yourself a question. And if you choose to energize that direction of like, okay, yeah, I could feel freedom or fun in this direction, keep following the direction of that lighter feeling. And eventually you'll find yourself in the realms of excitement, joy, passion, and so on and so forth.